I've seen this equation a couple times. Humor is kind of this fun mixture of surprise, specificity, and truth. So, surprise, comedy happens when something happens that you weren't expecting, basically, where you flip something upside down. Specificity, the more generic you are, the more generic you will feel. So, the more specific you can get with your words, the funnier they will feel. And I feel like they just punch heavier when there's those really ridiculous details that you include that only your brain could have thought up, kind of thing. And then truth. Truth, I pride myself on being a very emotional person and being comfortable with emotions. And truth is part of being funny. It's about sharing those emotional, uncomfortable moments and having emotion behind funny things, I think makes it even funnier, even if it's just a sense of relatability or authenticity. That's going to make it feel a lot funnier, in my opinion. All right, going through some more what I call comic lenses, just to kind of go even deeper into this contrast. So this is, I would say, kind of the surprise aspect of it, the unexpected. She carried herself with the dignity and grace of a woman who had just cried in a CVS parking lot. So just having, again, it's a contrast. You think one thing and then this other thing happens. You can put two characters that shouldn't be together that are so contrasting. So it doesn't have to be a specific person. It can be two people together. And when you throw them in a room, what is their relationship like? What does it look like? Is it an enemies to lovers thing? Like, I think, I don't know. Anyways, hyperbole. I love hyperbole just because I think that's how I feel all the time. And this is literally where my brain goes. I made one minor mistake and immediately began planning my escape to another country. Just going off the deep end, like, this is it. I think you can play with hyperbole in a lot of different ways, but it does also play well with emotional truths. And then on the flip side, understatement. The kitchen was on fire, which felt inconvenient. Taking it to a lower point of not adding that emotional part of it, I think is just great as well. We also have exaggeration. So these are some McSweeney's and Onion titles that I just like absolutely love. I misplaced my phone for 45 minutes and now I'm a mindfulness expert. Again, I think exaggeration comes with hyperbole, so it's kind of similar, but I think you can take it to that next level of it. A change in perspective, similar to contrast. A day in the life of a woke third grade teacher as imagined by a far right politician. So these two people probably would not understand each other, and there's humor in that, changing the perspective. And then using technical jargon or formal language in a moment that is not technical or formal can actually be quite funny as well. So macroeconomic changes have made it impossible for me to want to pay you. I see this a lot actually in McSweeney's and the Onion of like they use these grand verbose words and then it's like because you suck or like just some like really colloquial saying right after using this jargon or this lingo. Inherent contradiction. So inherent contradiction, again, lots of contrast, lots of like things that shouldn't be together. Our upscale, casual, intimate, bustling restaurant, brewery, bar isn't trying to be too many things at once. And then substitutions, I just liked this title. Archaeologists uncover ancient race of skeleton people. I think that's just funny in my opinion. But the same thing, substituting something that shouldn't be there but makes sense, I think is just great. I want to touch on your voice also. Some people will inherently connect with your voice. You might be dry, chaotic, observational, deadpan, overly sincere, hyper detailed, self aware, just absurd. Me, I have a potty mouth. I like poop and fart jokes. You can have a voice. I still think the strongest comedic voice is the one that's able to make observations funny. So, again, and this comes back to why you are uniquely funny. What you have observed in the world will bring you your point of view to be funny. And so it's not about finding someone else's voice. It's not about mimicking. I mean, we're all mimics in some way, shape, or form, but it truly is about feeling comfortable with your own voice. And that comes from using your own observations, using your own experience in life.